Bob.
Okay, we're going to bring this January 6, 2025, that sounds so weird to say, meeting to order. It is 12:30. And before we start the pledge, we are going to have Supervisor Velasquez is attending remotely due to an illness. And we need acknowledgement from the supervisor that there's no one 18 years or older in the presence. Supervisor Velasquez?
And I didn't hear what you first said.
Is there anyone in the room 18 years or older with you?
There's other patients in here.
There are patients in there.
That's another room in there.
Counsel, do I have to do anything with that if there are patients in the room? Okay. Okay, so we've announced that, and then I need a vote from the board to allow Supervisor Velasquez to attend remotely. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so a first and second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that's going to be 4-0 on that one because Supervisor Velasquez is now in attendance. So now we're going to go to the agenda and have Supervisor Zanger lead us in the pledge.
Ready to begin?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic, which is one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Okay, thank you so much for that. Can I get an acknowledgement of posting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and we have to do roll call because we are on Zoom. So roll call, please.
Supervisor Zanger?
Aye.
Supervisor Kosmicki?
Aye.
Supervisor Sotelo? Aye. Supervisor Curro?
Aye.
Supervisor Velasquez?
Here.
5-0 vote. Motion passes.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the regular agenda. And on the regular agenda, we have the opening of nominations and conducting election for Chair of the Board of Supervisors for 2025. Are there any nominations?
Madam Chair, I will make a motion to nominate Supervisor Kosmicki as chair.
Is there a second?
I will second that motion.
And can I get a roll call vote, please?
Supervisor Curro?
Yes.
Supervisor Sotelo? Aye. Supervisor Kosmicki?
Yes.
Supervisor Zanger?
Yes.
Supervisor Velasquez?
Yes.
5-0 vote. Motion passes.
Okay, great. We're going to move on to the open nominations for Vice Chair for the year 2025. Are there any nominations?
Madam
I
Chair.
would like to nominate.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Supervisor Zanger for Vice Chair.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Oh, roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Kosmicki?
Aye.
Supervisor Zanger?
Aye.
Supervisor Sotelo? Aye. Supervisor Curro?
Aye.
Supervisor Velasquez?
Yes.
5-0 vote. Motion passes.
Okay, congratulations to both of you, and I will be turning over the gavel to Supervisor Kosmicki for committees.
Oh.
I'm just going to swap with you right now. Are we,
Whatever's appropriate.
wherever Dom wants to be?
You wanted to stay.
Oh, no, you can't do that, Dom. If we don't mind, I'm going to dismiss me because I really not my spot. So Supervisor Velasquez.
All settled. Yeah, so first off, I'm going to be very brief. I just want to congratulate. We already thanked my family very much. Appreciate them being here. supporters. Traditionally, there would be a speech for the chair that comes in. I just want to basically, for today, I want to keep it to congratulating the newly elected Supervisor Velasquez and our re-elected Supervisor, now Vice Chair Zanger. And then basically, due to the circumstances with Supervisor Velasquez, I think it's most appropriate that I postpone the traditional speech that would be made as a new chair and keep my comments brief until at least next Tuesday, where I provide perhaps some expectations of my perspective of the role in the year ahead in the form of a speech. Just want to briefly mention our interim CAO let us know that January 9th is National Day of Mourning for President Jimmy Carter's recent passing, and it's an informational item for the board. And I just want to state that the county will be observing National Day of Mourning for former President Jimmy Carter on January 9th. So we are on to, before I close, I just want to make sure, Clerk, do we need to do public comment for, I know we've passed on the votes already, but do we need to do public comment for the election of the chair and vice chair?
I'll ask County Council.
No, that's, no public comment. There is public comment on the committee appointments, however.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is I will provide the recommended committee assignments, and then the supervisors under the current board rules, which hopefully we look at soon. Again, won't have any questions, and then go out to the public if there's public comment, and then come back for deliberation and a vote. So that would be the process that will follow. And so first off, I want to start by proposing to formally eliminate some certain committees with the purpose of maximizing the use of limited staff resources, allowing staff to focus their limited time on the county's top priorities, avoiding unnecessary use of staff time in committee meetings where there isn't necessarily progress with policy matters, and avoid unnecessary duplicative conversations at the committee and board levels. And just broadly speaking, I think as a county, I'm hoping that we can sort of constantly evaluate committees from year to year or mid-year and revise them. It might be eliminating committees. It might be adding committees based on the needs. But if we keep adding committees to our current slate, it's, eventually, it's going to cause an issue for our very limited staff time that we had. And so that said, today I will not make recommended appointments to the following 5 committees pending a board consideration at the following meeting on whether it makes sense to eliminate these specific committees, or to talk about perhaps other committees if supervisors have other thoughts on eliminating committees. So those committees would be the IT committee, the facilities committee, the homeless task force. And I just want to add with facilities that, my proposal would be to have ad hocs as necessary on specific issues with facilities as they arise. Homeless task force, the thought there is that the entire board should be involved in all these conversations. It's become a top priority now, and also additionally the scope of that particular committee is outdated, but certainly, obviously, it's just a proposal willing to discuss further. The home loan committee, further discussions on whether anything is essential with that. And then the landfill committee, also the scope is outdated, considering the expansion is currently off the table, and we still have sanitary solutions ad hoc, which I will be recommending that we continue that going forward. Additionally, I'll be proposing to change the scope of the Economic Advisory Committee to solely focus on tourism initiatives, so that the committee has a more focused purpose, and also to rename it as the Tourism Advisory Committee to reflect that scope. I'll propose also reducing the membership from the current 11 members to 7 members to foster a more productive, focused dialogue and to allow for a more realistic and productive path to consensus. And therefore, I'll also agendize this as a partial continuation from this meeting at the next regular board meeting to propose amending the Economic Advisory Committee's bylaws to reflect those recommendations, and the entire board can make a decision at that point. And then lastly, before I get into the committee's recommendations, it's very well established that committee terms for sitting supervisors stated in bylaws are non-binding, and so I'll be proposing at a later date that the board eliminate the recently adopted language in all committee bylaws for supervisor terms to avoid confusion and make it clear that committee assignments are at the discretion of the current board, not the prior one. So the following are recommended committee assignments for 2025. I'll read these off, and then our clerk, I've discussed it, will distribute them after final recommendations are approved. So I'll read the committee assignments, ask if there's questions, go to public comment, and then come back for deliberation. The AAA committee, the Seniors Council Advisory Committee, recommendation is Mindy Sotelo and Angela Curro. The AMBAG recommendation is Mindy Sotelo and Angela Curro with Ignacio Velasquez as the alternate. The Audit Committee, the recommendation is Dom Zanger and Ignacio Velasquez. The Behavioral Health Board, the recommendation is Angela Curro with Mindy Sotelo as alternate. Central Coast Community Energy Board, the recommendation is Angela Curro as delegate, Mindy Sotelo as alternate. COG Board, recommendation is Ignacio Velasquez and myself, Colin Kosmicki, with Dom Zanger as alternate. Community Corrections Partnership, the recommendation is Dom Zanger. CSAC Delegate, the recommendation is Ignacio Velasquez, with myself, Colin Kosmicki, as alternate. Economic Advisory Committee, recommendation is Dom Zanger and Colin Kosmicki. Emergency Medical Care Commission, the recommendation is Mindy Sotelo and Angela Curro. The Facilities Committee, that's pending possible elimination. I forgot to delete that. And if they're not eliminated, of course, I would bring those committees back for recommendations on any committees that are not eliminated that I'm recommending. Fire Protection Committee, Colin Kosmicki and Ignacio Velasquez. First Five Commission, Mindy Sotelo with Angela Curro as alternate. The Homelessness Task Force also pending elimination, so I'll take that off. The Home Loan Committee pending elimination, IT Committee pending elimination, Integrated Waste Management Local Task Force, Angela Curro as delegate, Mindy Sotelo as alternate. Intergovernmental Committee, the recommendation is Ignacio Velasquez and Dom Zanger. Juvenile Justice Commission, the recommendation is Mindy Sotelo with Angela Curro as alternate. As far as LAFCO, the recommendation is Dom Zanger as the delegate to fill the vacancy left by former Supervisor Gonzalez. And additionally, as allowed under Government Code 56334, which states that the body appointing a member of LAFCO may remove that member at any time without cause. I'm recommending to remove Angela Curro as delegate and appoint myself as delegate to fulfill the term through 2027. And I'm recommending also to remove Mindy Sotelo as alternate and appoint Ignacio Velasquez as alternate to fulfill the term through 2027 as the LAFCO alternate. With MBARD, I'm recommending myself as delegate and Dom Zanger as alternate. With Mobility Partnership, I'm recommending Ignacio Velasquez. With NACO, I'm recommending Dom Zanger and Colin Kosmicki as alternate. With Pajaro Watershed Flood Prevention Authority, I'm recommending Mindy Sotelo. With Public Defender Oversight Committee, I'm recommending Mindy Sotelo and Angela Curro with Dom Zanger as alternate. For the Remote Access Network Committee, I'm recommending Angela Curro. For RDA Successor Oversight Committee, I'm recommending myself. RCRC, I'm recommending Mindy Sotelo as delegate and Dom Zanger as alternate. For the SBWD Governance Committee, I'm recommending Dom Zanger and Ignacio Velasquez. For SBC PAC, I'm currently on there and I'll recommend staying on there, Colin Kosmicki. And Veterans Memorial Park Commission, I'm recommending Mindy Sotelo, Angela Curro. And then additionally, there's the Leadership Council, which is the regional curriculum of care for homelessness issues, and I'm on there and I'll recommend that I stay on that. As far as ad hocs are concerned, we have the 150th anniversary ad hoc. This ends in February. Dom Zanger is still on there until it ends. Hazel Hawkins Hospital is on hold with myself and Angela Curro on that. Sanitary Solutions, Dom Zanger and Angela Curro, I recommend continue. And the Drought and Water ad hoc is ending in a few months as well, but I would recommend Angela Curro and myself, Colin Kosmicki, stay on that. So that concludes the committee recommendations and ad hoc recommendations, and I would just ask if supervisors have any questions. Hearing none, public comment?
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card. On Zoom, please press *9 or the raised hand icon. I have no public comment.
No public comment. We'll bring it back. Any further deliberation from the board? Any comments? Hearing none. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Kozmicki,
Yes.
Supervisor Zanger,
Yes.
Supervisor Sotelo. Yes. Supervisor Curro,
Yes.
Supervisor Velasquez,
Yes.
5-0 vote, motion passes.
Thank you very much. Can I please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, roll call vote, please.
Yes,
Aye.
it's warm outside.
Supervisor Kozmicki,
Yes.
Supervisor Zanger,
Yes.
Supervisor Sotelo. Yes. Supervisor Curro,
Yes.
Supervisor Velasquez,
Yes.
5-0 vote, motion passes.
Again, thank you very much, everybody, for being here.